Strong representation from the home team. The pride of France here as well, but the might of Ireland, chiefly in the shape of Mr. Derby Aidan O'Brien, seeking win number 11 in this race, and he has the favourite Delacroix. It's the Betfred Derby of 2025 in honour of His Highness the Aga Khan, who has Midak representing his silks. Here is Simon Holt.
All set. And they're away for the Betfred Derby of 2025. Lambourn is pushed along, wants to go forward. Tornado Alert is prominent. On the outside, Damasus with the big white blaze, and Sea Scout is handy as well. Near side then, Lazy Griff is going forward. Tornado Alert not far away in the blue with the white cap as they round the little right-hander, and it's Lambourn that takes them along from Lazy Griff in second. Midak is close up in third. Sea Scout is on the outside, climbing the hill. Right there to the line in winter out wide of Pride of Arras, who's in the leading 7 or 8. A little bit rough in places here. Green Storm round the inside. Our Wassel Storm. They're followed then by New Ground towards the outside, just behind Pride of Arras and the line in winter. Back in the field, Stanhope Gardens is on the inside from Tennessee Stud. Out the back, Night Walker and Nighttime Dancer as they continue to climb. Rogue Impact towards the rear, and Delacroix is probably fourth last at the moment in the purple and white jacket worn by Ryan Moore. It's Lambourn though, Delacroix' stable companion, that leads the way and has 2 lengths at least over Sea Scout in second. Lazy Griff is third and Midak is in fourth place. Then a couple of lengths again to Damasus, and on the inside is Tuscan Hills. They're followed by Green Storm and Tornado Alert and Pride of Arras towards the outside. Behind these, our Wassel Storm and Stanhope Gardens of the line in winter and Rogue Impact, and then Tennessee Stud further back in the field as they make their way down the hill. And out towards the rear of the field is New Ground. Delacroix with a lot to do at this stage. Night Walker right out the back with also Nighttime Dancer. Lambourn on the run down to Tattenham Corner. It's Lambourn that leads the way here in the hands of Wayne Lordan. 2 lengths to Sea Scout, the trial winner. They're 4 lengths clear now of Midak. And then on the inside, Lazy Griff, followed by Tuscan Hills and Damasus. And behind those, Green Storm. Lambourn trying to run the sting out of them, trying to run the legs out of his rivals here. Leads by 3 lengths. Lambourn entering the final 3 furlongs. Sea Scout, Lazy Griff. Midak back in fourth place, followed by Green Storm. Stanhope Gardens begins to run on well. Tornado Alert down the outside, and then behind these Tennessee Stud, but Lambourn has led all the way, and he's still 3 or 4 lengths clear, and he's racing home relentlessly in the Betfred Derby. Lambourn by 4 or 5 lengths out in front from Lazy Griff. Stanhope Gardens, New Ground stays on, but Lambourn is relentless and is unchallenged and strides away. Another derby for Aidan O'Brien. Lambourn wins, Lazy Griff in second, Tennessee Stud for third, New Ground down the outside of Stanhope Gardens, and then came behind those Nighttime Dancer, Tornado Alert and Green Storm.
He shows them no remorse, no mercy. Aidan O'Brien wins the Derby again, and now it's victory for another key member of the Ballydoyle team. Wayne Lordan gets his chance to shine. So often Aidan O'Brien has given these key riders who make up part of his Ballydoyle team victory in the biggest race of all, and now Wayne Lordan wins the Derby on Lambourn. It's another for Aidan, another for Ireland, and it was a relentless display of galloping from this son of the Derby winner Australia. In second is Lazy Griff for Charlie Johnston and Middleton Park. What a thrill for the Chestervars runner-up. The Chestervars 1 and 2, finishing 1 and 2 in the Derby, and Tennessee Stud has snaked up the inside for Joseph O'Brien to finish third ahead of a massive run right down the outside from the French supplementary entry New Ground and Stanhope Gardens, who I think has just been done out of fourth in the shadow of the post. Tornado Alert was in fifth for Saeed Bin Surah, but Lambourn it is that wins the Derby.
All the way, Catch Me If You Can. The front 2 up all the way. Plenty of horses were strung out. There was horses keen in behind, New Ground being one of them. He's run a marvellous race to finish fourth. Tennessee Stud came off the bridle early, but he finished with great stamina. But Lazy Griff and Wayne Lordan on this guy in front. Lambourn, well named by a Derby winner whose father won a Derby. There was only 2 Derby winners represented in this race. One of them has taken it home.
And a real dominant display of stamina as much as anything else, wasn't it? Because he was driven in the early part of race to get to the lead, and he just kept on dabbing on the accelerator once they turned into the straight, and made sure it was a good, honest test. He was in the right place, and he kept on thriving through it, and he's a very, very strong stayer and very classy horse.
11 derbies for Aidan O'Brien. Well, I think the real story of this race, Jane Mangan, is Wayne Lordan, because the Irish Derby 2 years ago, he was down and he was very, very nearly out.
He was out for the best part of a year. Wayne has been a part of the Coolmore team a lot longer than he's even been in Ballydoyle, because of course he was first jockey to David Watchman, riding top horses such as Legatissimo, and again back in those days, but now he's obviously an integral part, second jockey to Ballydoyle, riding key horses in work, and he has taken this opportunity with both hands. Yesterday would have hurt, no doubt, Whirl getting caught on the line in the Oaks by Mini Hawk, but he made no mistake today, and you must say that this guy was very relaxed through the first half of this race. His ears were pricked, and Wayne's body language actually suggested he wanted to go faster.
Yeah, he was wanting to make it a proper test, wasn't he? And the horse conserves. He's saving as much for himself as he can, really, but he's given honestly all the way up the straight, and he looked the winner from a good way out, and he wasn't stopping, was he? He kept on rolling on. It's a Chester Vase 1-2. Both the middle distance classics this week have gone to Chester last time out winners.
It was a display of remarkable galloping, really, from this horse, as you said, Jane, by Australia. So abundant stamina. Australia himself out of Ouija board.
The mother was second, Gossamer Wings, second in Queen Mary. So that Australia Galileo's dominance when it comes to stamina over speedy mares always wins through, and obviously it's a recipe that's been mixed by Coolmore many times, but when it comes to the Derby, that's the race they want to win, and this will be sweet.
And you'd have to think that he's going to go on to the St Ledger at Doncaster with a very strong chance, because the extra quarter mile isn't going to bother him, judged on that, is it?
Tip your hat to Charlie Johnston for having a crack at this race with not one but two challenges, and Lazy Griff wasn't considered by many, but yes, of course he's upheld that Chester Vase for me. He's run a massive race.
Huge race, absolutely massive run, and syndicate owned horse as well, finishing in second spot in a derby. That'll give him a huge amount of people a massive thrill, and he has run an excellent race, and it was great to see him hanging on for second, because there was a few hot on his heels at the line, but he did manage to stay on into that position.